So this is Math with Mrs. Cox, and we are working on Chapter 12 and the Check My Progress that is on page 947. Okay, in this Check My Progress, we are going over some vocabulary words. Our first term is determining whether a rectangular prism or a triangular prism is the answer. So we're looking for something that's a three-dimensional figure that has 6 rectangular faces and 8 vertices. Now this is one of those pages that you'll need to have stickied. I have our polygons page stickied, our sides and angles stickied, and prisms. So you come over here to prisms and you're looking for something that 6 rectangular faces, 8 vertices. So let's come over here and we look on page 942. See, that has 5 faces, 6 vertices, 6 faces, 8 vertices. Oh, so that's going to be our answer right there, and it is a rectangular prism. So flip back over to Check My Progress, and rectangular prism. Next one, a rectangle or a rhombus is a parallelogram with all sides congruent. So let's look at this, our handy dandy little note. So we're talking about either rhombuses or a rectangle. Now congruent means all sides are the same. I'm looking at the rectangle and there are 2 parallel sides that are longer and then 2 parallel sides that are shorter. So that is definitely not all congruent. So I'm going to have to say it's going to be in the rhombus because it has all sides are the same. Remember, on shapes like this you categorize them by their attributes of their sides and their angles, and this one is asking about congruent, and the only one of those 2 that are congruent is that one. All right, we're talking about vertex and an edge. A vertex or an edge of a three-dimensional figure is where 2 faces meet. So if we come back here to our page right here, an edge is where 2 faces meet. So we can come back here and find that we really want that answer. Now we're looking at a prism, and a trapezoid has at least 3 faces that are rectangles. Okay, well, I'm looking at a trapezoid here, and it's a 2-dimensional figure. It's flat. It doesn't have faces. So looking at my prisms, if I'm looking at my prisms here, I can see, like for example, the triangle, I have 1 face, and then this side 2, and this side would be 3. So there's my 3 faces. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces, and that has 4 faces. So a triangular prism would definitely fit the description of the vocabulary word, prism. Okay, now we are going to go over classifying quadrilaterals. Now remember, quadrilaterals are a polygon, and they all have 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices to be a quadrilateral. These ones are the not regular ones. These ones are the ones that can be considered regular because they have 2 parallel sides. Remember, the square is the most important one because it can fit into all the clubs. All right, let's continue. Number 4, I'm looking at the sides of this one, and the sides, these ones are parallel and these ones are parallel. So now we know it's a parallelogram, and I'm going to put that parallelogram. And then I'm going to put opposite sides are congruent. I love that when that happens. And parallel. There you go. And I would probably also say that this is a rhombus. Okay, next one. We haven't talked about this one yet. So let's look at this one. Here's our quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides, 4 angles, and 4 vertices. This one's considered a quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we've got it. So let's go ahead and call it a quadrilateral. And then we can also say that no sides are congruent. Or parallel. It is not regular. Then I'm also going to put down here, it's an arrow. I like to try and give as many details as possible when classifying quadrilaterals, just so you've covered all your possible answers. All right, let's look at number 7, shall we? Circle the quadrilaterals that have the same attributes as a rhombus. Looking at a rhombus, I can see that a rhombus has 4 sides. Yep, that'll be great. 4 angles, and they're congruent. So let's look at these. Trapezoid. Trapezoid isn't congruent, so it's not going to play nice. Parallelogram. Well, parallelogram has 2 sides that are parallel, but a rhombus has 4 equal sides. So a parallelogram isn't really going to fit for what we need. Rectangle. Rectangle, again, has 2 sides that are parallel, but not all 4 sides are congruent. So the cute little square is going to fit our rhombus club because it has 4 sides that are congruent and that are parallel. Okay, number 8, circle the quadrilateral that has the attributes of a rectangle. Okay, so same story. Rectangle, we're looking for things that have attributes of a rectangle. So we're looking for things that have right angles and have 4 sides. Do you see anything else that has right angles and 4 sides? Yep. Good job. Okay, we're on 948, and we are on number 9. Describe the faces, edge, and vertices. So just do a little F, an E, and a V. Faces, edges, and vertices. So if I'm looking at this figure has 6 faces. 1 in the back, 2, 3, 4, and then the top and the bottom, 5, 6. Edges. Edges, it has 12 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And vertices, or corners, where at least 2 to 3 edges meet, we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we're on a triangular prism. Let's count how many faces. We have this side, 1, then this one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now edges, let's count how many edges we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 edges. And vertices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vertices. So we can classify this one as a triangular prism. And this one is a rectangular prism. There we go. Brain builders. Kendra claims the shape of the xylophone shown at the right is a rectangle, since there are right angles and parallel sides. Is she correct? Well, if I look at this one, okay, here's where my right angles are going to be. Because remember, if you can draw an L, you can draw a right angle in it. So I can draw an L there and an L there. So there's 2 right angles, but these are not parallel on that. So I'm going to say no, she is not correct. The shape has 2 right angles instead of 4. Instead of 4, not a rectangle. Not a rectangle. The shape, it has 4 sides. Remember, I'm going to list all the attributes I can about this shape. And 2 are parallel. This is parallel and this is parallel. These ones are not because they eventually will run into each other. So there's 2 that are parallel. So I'm going to say, if I'm looking at my handy-dandy sheet, if I have 2 that are parallel, see, those ones are going to run in together. So only 2 sides are parallel is a trapezoid. It is a trapezoid. Okay, Garrett cut a piece of cheese to eat for a snack. The cheese is a prism with 3 faces that are rectangular and 2 that are triangular. What kind of figure is it? Draw and support your answer. Okay, so it is a triangular prism. So let's see. If I were to do some dots in here so you could see that there is another side. There you go. It's a little bit easier. You can see that there are 3 faces. 1, and then the bottom, 2, and then this right here would be 3. And then there are 2 that are triangular. This is a triangular face, and this is a triangular face. Oh, my bad. Let me rephrase that. The 3 faces it's talking about are the rectangle right there, 1, the rectangle right there, 2, and then this rectangular right here is 3. So 3 faces, and then this one that are rectangular, and then 2 that are triangular. 1 and 2 is the triangular. So this is what he drew, or this is what he ate. He cut a piece of cheese. So what kind of a figure is it? We're going to say triangular prism. So there is, I answered that question, and I drew us an example. So I answered that question, and there's my example that I drew. Okay, number 13. Which of the following is not a true statement? Okay, all squares are parallelograms. Well, let's look at it. Square, well, it fits in the parallelogram, so that one is true, so we're going to leave that one alone. Some rhombi are squares. Now, this is the only time I've ever seen this word shorthand like this, and it's actually supposed to be rhombus, but rhombi means the same. So let's go back to it. Some rhombi are squares. So looking at it, they're similar, and it is true because they are a square shape considering they're all 4 sides. They're just not a true square. All right, let's look at this one. All rectangles are parallelograms. Well, rectangles do fit in the parallelogram. All right, all rectangles are squares. Ooh, this is the one I think we're going to have a hiccup with, and let me tell you why. So a square needs to have congruent sides and right angles. So a rectangle does have the right angles, but are the sides congruent? No, that side is parallel with this one, and this one is parallel with that one, but they are not all the same. So I'm going to say this one is not correct. Not all rectangles are squares, but squares can sometimes be called a rectangle. Because squares are VIPs, they're very important polygons. They fit into all of the clubs. All right, there you have it. We just finished Check My Progress. That was on page 947 and 948. Please make sure you go to your Alex. There is 10 questions. Remember, I don't have you guys do the pink math reteaches anymore because they were too difficult to download. So you need to hop onto Alex, and that is going to take place of your reteach. I will be sending parents a quick little message if I haven't seen you've done your reteach by about 4 o'clock tonight. All right, thank you for your time. Have a great day.